Seems to be on. Hey Rachel, how's it going? Sound check, Nate. You got a new mic. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Is it working?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. How's it sound when I'm over here though?
A little further away than when
Yeah.
it's actually facing you.
Oh, that's cool though. Oh, hey! Wait, right? We're just starting. Hey, how's it going, Havoc? Yes, shout out Havoc. Oh, pop up, right? Pop up. That's a good time to raid actually, because I'm not in the middle. Not in the middle of. She said, "Did you bring dragon lings?" She likes new dragon lings. How's it going? Hey Rachel, hi. I see your ducks. Yes, I just started actually. It's a little late, but and thanks for doing the shout out. How is everyone? How's Havoc? How are you, Rachel? But it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Oh, you're doing that's Havoc's raid message. It's fine. It's going great. Hi, and at least it's not when you're leaving this time. Yeah, that's true, but that's fine because I usually raid somebody. Hey, Annie, how's it going? I was so happy you started streaming because I accidentally, raided what? You accidentally raided someone else? Wait, what? I think I raided somebody one time and they actually went offline at the same time as I clicked raid and I had to I was like, what? But the person came back on actually, which was good. Hey honey, how's it going? Yes! Right? I have to remember how to say that. Commander. Yes! She is a dragon! Let me see. Is it Itrago? She was one of the last things I got in Toronto before I left. We were back. Yeah, I was panicking because they were offline. Oh yeah, that happened to me before. Good, how are both of you? I'm good, Ani. I haven't seen you stream in a while. I know Melon does, but all good. Working pretending I'm not a terrible mod. That's never happened to me. Just like surprisingly, it happens so much. Yeah, Itreko. That's the one thing I remember from the Welsh Duolingo course. The one thing, because it was really important. I hardly ever stream because I'm you're big lazy. All right. Well, okay. I can't be lazy anymore, so let's get started with the Taekwondo. We're going to start with a bit of a warm-up, and I'm going to work on some Taekwondo stuff for a little while. So first, warm up with our necks. And we're going to do side to side. What do I normally do, 5 or 10? Sometimes I do 10, sometimes I do 5. We'll do 5. So, and we're counting in Korean. Hana, tu, set, net, dasa. I'm going to 10. Yosa, ilgot, yoro, ahop, and yo. And semicircle neck rotations. Hana, tu, set, net, dasa, yosa, ilgot, yoro, ahop, and yo. And backwards, semicircles. Hana, and be careful. Tu, set, net, dasa, yosa, ilgot, yoro, ahop, and yo. And man, I don't know about everybody else, but my neck cracks a lot when I do those at the back. Shoulder rotations forward, shoulder rotations back. You're back, Rachel, you're back. Welcome back. Welcome to the... Okay, shoulder rotations forward, and then shoulder rotations back. We're gonna do 10 forward, 10 back. So, hana, to, set, net, dasa, yasa, yoga, yoro, aho, and yo, and backwards. Hana, to, set, net, dasa, yasa, yoga, yoro, aho, and yo. And actually, I just noticed the Streamlab's not actually working. 1 second. Actually, no. Streamlab's actually working or not? There it is! And also, there's my YouTube as well. Yeah, there's my YouTube. Just want to make sure Streamlab is actually working. And windmills. So we're going to do windmills with both arms going forward, 10, and then we'll do 10 backwards. Hana, to, set, net, dasa, yasa, yogo, yoro, aho, and yo, and backwards. Hana, to, set, net, dasa, yasa, yogo, yoro, aho, and yo. Arms straight out. Palms down. We're going to do hana to, set, net. And this is a light stretch, and that's 1 set. We're going to do 5 sets. So hana to, set, net, hana. Hana to, set, net, set. To. Hana to, set, net, set. Hana to, set, net, net. Hana to, set, net, dasa. And arms in front like this. And we're going to do a torso twist. So, hana, to, set, net. That's 1 set. And we're going to do 5. Hana, to, set, net. Hana, to, set, net. Hana, to, set, net. Hana, to, set, net. And hana, to, set, net. And if I did one more, that's fine. Next, waist rotations. Yes, I see Streamlabs is actually working. So, waist rotations, this is your waist. Usually your belt is on your waist. So, waist rotations, 5 to the left, 5 to the right. So, 5 counterclockwise, 5 clockwise. Go, hana, to, set, net, dasa. And the other way. Hana, to, set, net, dasa. And you want big circles with these waist rotations, by the way. Next is hip rotations. And hip rotations tend to be a little smaller, I think, to try and get the fine muscles in the hips. So we're going to do the same thing. Hip rotations, 5 counterclockwise, 5 clockwise. Hana, to, set, net, dasa. And the other way. Hana, to, set, net, and dasa. Oh, and oh, by the way, everyone, I want to do a special shout out though for Nate Kicks, who just got his affiliate last night. If you're not currently following him, go check him out. He plays some really cool games, and he's also learning. Yes, Rachel. And he's also currently learning Mandarin Chinese, Mandarin on Duolingo, and Chinese characters on Twitter. The other thing, if anyone has any questions about my background with Taekwondo and martial arts, there's a little bio up there about my Taekwondo. Yes, well done, Nate. Yes, you did a good job. I'm proud of him, actually. Heck yes, well done. Yes, thanks. And thanks, Rachel, and everyone else who followed or watched along the way. When's your next training? Maybe later? I don't know. Later, after his nap. Okay, so where was I? We did hip rotations. Next, knees. bring your feet together. Actually, make sure you guys can still see me. Okay, bring your feet together like this. We're gonna do knee bends, and it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 is one set. You're gonna do 5 sets. So, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 넷. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 다섯. And keeping your feet and knees together. Knee rotations, counterclockwise and clockwise. So, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. And the other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, and 다섯. And back. And if anybody has any questions about Taekwondo in particular, in terms of how to do the exercises, if you're a little confused, you can always ask. Right now I'm just warming up. So that was the knees. Now we're gonna warm up the ankles and ankle rotations. This is my left leg. 5 outwards, 5 inwards. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Switch feet. Outwards first. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. The other way, if you find that your ankles are still not like loosening up, the other way to do it, if you sit down on the ground, you can grab your leg like this. Grab your leg, keep your foot relaxed, like floppy, keep your foot floppy, and you can shake it out a little bit. If you find that the ankle is a little tense, you can do that. You can also try to stretch out your toes a little bit. You want to stretch out your toes a little bit. If you find that you can't pull your toes back for some of the Taekwondo stuff, this is probably a good enough stretch. And stretch out your toes, right? And you also should be able to point your toes straight. That should be fairly easy to practice stretching out. Just point your toes. Point your toes. Point your toes and stretch. The other one, hands and wrists. You can shake out your wrists like this. You can also do something like this to loosen up your wrists a little bit. Shake them out. Shake out your fingers if you feel like your fingers are a little tight. Shake them out as well. And so we're warmed up for the most part. I'm going to do stretching kicks as a warm-up. For anyone who's not familiar with stretching kicks, I'll explain it. What's going on for chat though? Let's see. Likely much later tonight after, yes, naps. Rough time, just to make sure I don't miss it. 10:30. Cool, but no worries if you miss it, there'll be others. I know, but I want to be there. And you're entirely welcome, of course. You can watch me fail at more Chinese characters. You know, you're doing actually really well, Nate. Considering how long ago you learned some of them. He's being modest, guys. Alright, so a simple warm-up that I like to do in Taekwondo, which isn't usually taught to beginners, like the true beginner that enters Taekwondo. We don't normally teach this as part of warm-up exercise, but I like to do this kick as a warm-up exercise because it's basically what it's called. It's a stretch kick. So what we want to do is we're going to stand. See, make sure you guys can see me. So we're going to stand in this position, right? So lengthwise, our feet are about one shoulder width apart, but we're facing sort of like 45 that way, right? And you should be able to bounce pretty easily on your toes, on the balls of your feet like this. You should be able to bounce in this position fairly easily. You should feel pretty relaxed and loose in this stance. So, and then what we do is we bring our fists up like this, and traditionally I was taught this as like fighting stance. That's what we called it. I'm going to call it a sparring stance from now on. So stand in our sparring stance, and for the stretch kick, what I want you to do is we're going to kick with the right leg. The right leg is now behind. We're going to kick with the right leg, and for this warm-up exercise, all we're going to do is we're going to lift our leg up. Keep your leg straight, lift it up about as high as you can go, and then just come back down gently. Don't try to stretch too much with the kick. We're just warming up. So nice, loose, relax, just to warm up. So hana, that's one. So that's what one looks like. So I'm going to do 10, 2, set, net, dasa, yasa, ilga, yoro, aho, and yo. Right. Okay? So you do that up until you just pull your leg up as high as you can, not too much. If you later on, if you feel really warmed up enough, you can try to do stretch kicks later on too to see how much higher you can keep going and try to improve your stretch that way. So that was 10 on the right leg. Now we're going to switch and do the left leg. And to switch, we do a little jump, switch our feet, and switch our arms at the same time. Like that. So again, I'm in the sparring stance where my feet are roughly like this. And my body is about 45 degrees off the front. And our arms come out in front like this. And so, stretch kick. Now with the back leg is the left leg. We're going to do stretch kicks with our left leg, and we're going to do 10. Hana, 2, set, net, dasa, yasa, ilga, yoro, aho, and yo. And I'm going to go back to what we call Junbi stance. Also means ready stance in Taekwondo. And I'll explain that in a little bit. People don't know about it. And relax. Everyone can relax now. Well, first of all, beginners to Taekwondo, they can catch up with the exercise while I read chat. And others can just take a breather and relax. My writing retention is 55%, so I'm doing slightly better than a coin toss. Alright. Yeah, message is deleted. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick breather. Streamlabs is actually, the timer is still on too. Oops. But you're still my favorite human. I'll turn it off later. Alright. So is everyone good? Are we all warmed up? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get straight into kicking stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to get straight into kicking stuff because it's kind of really important to kind of like build up on that technique, and the best way to do that is some repetition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more kicks using the wall to help support me, and we're going to focus on the execution of the kick and trying to get the execution of the kick correct for the most part. Correct is the best word. So in my previous streams, I've already taught front kick. I'll quickly show you guys front kick. So going back into the fighting sparring stance. Damn, 15 years of calling it fighting stance. Sparring stance. Going into our sparring stance. Basic front kick is like this, right? So with the front kick, you bring your knee up, extend for the kick, bend, and step back down. That's a basic front kick. All right, and on the other side again, front kick. Oh, that was bad actually. That was better. I don't know, my foot got jammed, didn't want to do it. Or my leg got jammed, didn't want to do it. So front kick. And then front kick on this one, like that. So that's the most basic kick in Taekwondo, is a front kick. Or also called a front snap kick, but let's not call it a front snap kick, maybe just a front kick. So the other kick, and you commonly see this kick in Taekwondo competitions, especially at in the higher level Taekwondo competitions, at the Olympics, Olympic Taekwondo, sorry, I'm a little out of breath. The roundhouse kick is something you'll see a lot in Olympic style sparring with Taekwondo, and it's similar to the front kick. And now, let me just say, every kick in Taekwondo starts off with this basic movement. Okay, you bring your kicking leg up, like this. So don't think about bringing your leg up. Think about bringing your knee up. So bring your knee up. Every kick starts that way. Now with the roundhouse kick, what happens is, unlike the front snap kick, we turn on our supporting leg, when we extend for the kick. So for the roundhouse kick, what you want to do is you want to do this and then kick at the same time as you turn this leg. So what happens when you do a full powered roundhouse kick is your supporting heel will turn and face completely the front. So but the simplest, but most of the time you won't see a full out roundhouse kick. For the most part, you'll just see something that just kind of looks like that and down. And then on the other side, roundhouse kick too, same thing. My kneecap is being weird on this side. Okay, same thing on the other side, roundhouse kick on this one. Let me see. Sorry. My knee is not doing what I want it to do today. Yes, thank you. That's better. So for the roundhouse kick on the left side, like that again. So you want to bring the knee up and then turn for the kick. But you kind of want to do it like that. And what I was just testing before I did the kick was testing my automatic reaction to bringing the knee up, which should look like that really. So you want to, like that is really what you're aiming for ultimately. Anyways, those are two pretty basic kicks in Taekwondo. And so with the roundhouse kick, what I'm going to do is we're going to do these on the wall. We're going to practice them on the wall. And the reason for practicing them on the wall is actually for any kicks that we practice on the wall. First reason is we get used to, the supporting leg gets used to supporting our body weight on that leg when we do our kicks. So, but we're always going to have a little bit of problem with balance at the beginning. So we use this wall to help us get used to the balance as well. So this is balance and strength. So, and as I said, ultimately the most powerful roundhouse is the one that actually where your supporting leg turns all the way around so that the heel points towards the front. So from there, you would do this. So for the wall kick practice, we go into this position with the wall. And now, so like I said, with the roundhouse, you eventually turn all the way over as you extend. So it should look like this. And your alignment in Taekwondo actually makes a lot of difference. You want to have a straight line going from your shoulder all the way down to your leg. Sorry, going all the way down to the tips of your toes. And same on the other side. You want to do the same thing. So same thing on the other side. You want to have a straight line from the shoulder going down. And then when you extend for the kick, straight alignment with the feet again. I'm going to take a quick break because I forgot to get some water. Alright, so that's the roundhouse. So now for both the front kick and the roundhouse kick, there are two ways to actually contact the target. I really need to order new ones. So for the front kick, normally when we're kicking kicking pad, so for a front kick, when we normally kick on a kicking pad, we point our toes to do this, right? So that when you kick, I'm going to show it to you this way. Can you guys see? You want to do that. But if you are targeting, say, someone's stomach with a front kick, you want to hit with the balls of your feet, not this way, because that's gonna hurt a little bit. right? So you want to kick like that. Like that. And that is also the proper way to break a board, a pine board, with the front snap kick. You want to hit that. Same with the roundhouse. If it's this way, if you ever need to break a pine board with a roundhouse kick, you also use this part of the foot. So normally a roundhouse kick would go this way, right? So you're going to want to kick like that. Also, there are two positions for your feet for both the front snap kick, the front kick, and the roundhouse kick. I am generally going to be pointing my toes when I do the wall kick. I think, am I pointing my toes? I think generally, yeah. Mostly because also with Taekwondo sparring, Olympic style sparring, yes, you are pointing your toes for the roundhouse kick a lot because of how you want to kick your target. You're hitting your target on the side like that a lot of the times. So back to our wall. I'm going to do 10 roundhouse kicks on the left leg and then switch and do 10 more on the right. Okay. And I'm going to check my alignment. I check my alignment with my knee actually. And also you want to be careful that when you do this, when you bend, you don't want to drop your knee. Why is my kneecap is shifting? I hate that. Alright, there we go. Alright, so roundhouse kicks on the wall. So again, straight alignment. Yeah, that's better actually. Pulling so much. Straight alignment, and I'm just going to do 10. Hana, 2, set, net, dasa, yasa, ilka, yuro, aho, yo, and down. And I switch to the other side. So, in case people are wondering how to get a higher kick in Taekwondo, you need flexibility, but you also just go lower with your body. So, the flexibility helps to get high kicks in Taekwondo, but a lot of times you will need to do this. So your upper body will go lower. The reason the flexibility helps is that obviously if your upper body goes too far down, you're more likely to fall over. So I'm just going to stick right now. We're going to stick right now with just the mid-height. It's a mid-height, right? Mid-height roundhouse kick. So I'm going to do 10. Hana, 2, set, net, dasa, yasa, ilga, yoro, aho, and yo. And down. And everyone can take a breath. Okay, the other reason for doing kicks using the wall that way is that it'll build muscle memory for the motion of the kick. So for the roundhouse kick, you're building this memory, and then from the side, looks like that. I'm actually curious. I can still kind of do the triple kick, Nate. Mm-hmm. Curious. Who's your left one? Nah, can't do the left one. The right one's better. Hey, how's it going? We do chambers. Wait, what is going on, Tanuki? How's it going, Tanuki? How are you? I haven't seen you online in a while. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wait, you've been subscribed for 6 months? Oh my goodness. Tandoori? Oh, tandoori. Oh, I don't know if water and tandoori mix really well. Unless you just find it too spicy. Was that autocorrect, Rachel, or did you mean to type that? Oh, by the way, we're not on Nate's channel, but wait, what's going on? Why can't I see Ollie? How do I see all my emotes? What, how? Okay, OBS. OBS is funny. How do I see all my emotes? I guess I can't in OBS. That's horrible. Isn't it called the chamber when you cradle? Yes, thank you, it is actually. Yes, it is. For some reason I temporarily forgot, but yes, indeed it is. It's probably all the Dutch knocking words out of my brain. Yes, you retract your leg. Yeah, they usually call it a chamber. Was the first time. And then it became, hey, thanks for the bits, Adrenaline. Wait, the first time he tried to write his name, he got Tendori. Oh, good lord. Yes, check out what that's what Rachel, what are you doing? Okay. I think maybe Nate could fix that shout out, but thinking that's only for Rachel to call me. Anyways. Hey Adrenaline, somebody's Taekwondo. Hey, I didn't know you were yeah, I did it for about 15 years for the most part, consistently for 15 years until I moved over to the Netherlands. I had like a few years off before moving, and then I've been here for like 3 years, so it's about 5 years since I was officially training. But because most of my training, well, all of my training was back in Canada, back in Toronto, Canada. I haven't really had a chance to do a lot of official training, but that's fine because in fact I was actually supposed to open my own school. So hi Alice, thanks. Yes, I have a black belt. Nate Kicks also has a black belt. He has a first dan. And hi, good pleasure. And Shadow. Yes, Nate. Exclamation TKD is my bio on here. Oh, good. Here, just good to see you, Mr. Stream. Rachel's been streaming. Thank you, Faye. Oh, no problem. Today is a good day. I get to say Faye kick people. No, I'm not going to kick people. We're just going to demonstrate Taekwondo, and hopefully people don't get into fights. It's still, don't worry about it, Jenna. I'm going live later, actually, and Rachel hugged. I'm about to cry with no crying. Awesome. I can send the duck island too if you want somewhere. Oh, nice. Maybe you can find it somewhere in there. Let's do some. From what I've seen already, all the Taekwondo schools are run by black belts, have a lower rank than me, and potentially less experience, and most of them are strictly focused on competition. My focus is not on just competition in Taekwondo. My focus is on everything in Taekwondo. That's what I was trained in. And that is also what I was interested in. I was interested in martial arts for self-defense reasons, as well as the mental discipline that it provides, and just the general kind of, it's actually quite relaxing. Taekwondo, I don't know if a lot of people know Taekwondo has patterns very much like Tai Chi, but they're probably, I would say Taekwondo patterns are more straightforward and direct and less complicated than Tai Chi patterns. But they still accomplish a similar thing with the mind and the body. It can be very relaxing sometimes. Thanks to Nikki. Wait, what? I wish I could, yeah. You're not a lowly first dan, you're just starting, that's all. The duck army. Nate, you have 2 amazing skills. At 11 p.m. for me, I'm barely catching up on your VOD. It's okay, you can watch them, they still. Thanks, but she's much better than I am. All I could have ever done was yellow bell and judo. Judo is actually interesting. What would you say is the hardest part of martial arts for me? What's the hardest part of Taekwondo? A lot of advanced stuff, frankly. I frankly do not have enough, I don't think I have enough muscle strength in my legs for some of the more advanced Taekwondo and the fancy kicks that everyone likes to see. So 540 spinning hook kick, I technically know how it's done. I can teach people how to do a 540 kick. I can't really do it. But that's a physical limitation. But that's another reason why I like martial arts, because it allows you to know what your physical limitations are. And you can try to work past them. You can accept them. It's up to you. There are some things, but it's definitely, martial arts is definitely, especially for women, it's definitely a lot harder for women to continue in martial arts, say, past the age of 30. That's when it gets a lot harder. I really wish I started when I was younger, actually, like really young. I wish I started when I was a kid or something. But that's neither here nor there. I'm glad I got to do it. But yeah, I think that's the hardest part. But you know, when you get higher up in black belt, they don't all expect you to be Superman or Superwoman. So it's a nice holistic approach. Yes, I kind of like the whole aspect of martial arts, not just the competitive side. And actually, I'm not a very competitive person to begin with. I have done a couple of Taekwondo competitions in the past, and I was bored out of my mind, let's just say that. Just sitting around waiting for your match for like not even a 9-minute match, like 6 minutes. It's just kind of like super boring for me. I'd rather go home and play a game or study some languages. It's just too boring to do competition. I don't know. It's not rewarding for me. I think it's rewarding for some people, some personality types, but it wasn't really rewarding for me. So I never did a lot of competition. I was asked repeatedly to do competitions with Taekwondo patterns, which unfortunately I can't really teach on my stream because, as you can see, I don't have enough space. I need probably a clear 3 square meter space to teach Taekwondo patterns properly. I can teach them in bits, but I can't do the whole thing in one smooth sequence for everyone to see. But I did have I have a few belts in Aikido, a little bit of Tai Chi, and a Taekwondo black belt, that's all. You were getting high up in Aikido, you just kept skipping the testing part. I only did Judo. Judo is cool. I think I knew somebody who did Jiu-Jitsu. Is it Judo or Jiu-Jitsu? I don't know. One of the lawyers I worked with did Judo or Jiu-Jitsu. We had an interesting conversation about the difference between Taekwondo and something like Judo or Jiu-Jitsu. He told me I was mean, and I said he was more mean because he got mad at somebody, did a side kick to the guy's face, and then threw him across the floor and sat on him. That's mean.
You're gonna have to warm up again.
Yeah. All I remember from Tai Chi is the zombie stance. Forget the rest. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Wait, what? Ultra instinct? I took Taekwondo lessons when I was in 3rd grade. I wish I'd continue it from then. 3rd grade's a good time to start. The youngest I've ever seen anyone start Taekwondo is age 3, which both of the schools I have trained at and the other schools that I was sort of affiliated with because I knew the masters that ran the school, they all kind of start kids about age 3. Like basically the minute a kid can run and jump is a good time to start them in Taekwondo if they're interested. Okay, yes, I am going to get cool again. I'm going to have to warm up again. As a dyspraxic. I'm not entirely sure what dyspraxic means, but I understand it might be, is clumsy at school, or does it just mean you're clumsy? I knew I could never amount to much physically, but there are things I wish I could do better, so I feel that. I think there's a way to do Taekwondo even if you have certain limitations. I'm not really skilled in teaching that, but I can always try if people really want. I mean, obviously there's hand techniques in Taekwondo as well. Today I'm a little focused on the kicks, but there are hand techniques in Taekwondo as well. And doing martial arts, like for some people who are in wheelchairs, being able to do martial arts as a self-defense is a thing for sure. I do know somebody back in Toronto who teaches Hapkido. He runs a Hapkido school now. He started out with Taekwondo and then eventually switched over and started doing more Hapkido. So he teaches Hapkido as a self-defense, and yes, it's we did talk about these kinds of things. But it takes a while to adapt martial arts techniques for like being in a chair or not being able to move, or say you're paralyzed or something, or just even any kind of limitations. 6 minutes is long. Okay, I'm physical things, especially in fighting. 6 minutes can be pretty long. It used to be 9 minutes of sparring in Olympic Taekwondo, okay? Those 9 minutes are pretty long. I'm good at walking into walls, adrenaline. I'm trying to be like... when I grow up. Judo's is throws mostly. Yes, yeah, three. Three. I missed something. Sorry, I'm still catching up on chat. Yes, once I got shoulder thrown, I knew it was not for me. Ooh, yeah, you gotta be careful. I think Nate has a story about that. Havoc, no, I can neither run nor jump anymore. Yeah, you can probably do other things in Taekwondo for that. It's like dyslexia, but it means my comprehension does not match my reading skills. It also means I have terrible cognition and motor skills. I can see how that could make it difficult. I think sometimes you might just need a really patient martial arts instructor for that, who are both trained in martial arts, anatomy, physiology, as well as obviously, I don't know, is that like a mental, is that like a psychological issue, or just like it's something, it's a combination. I know it's a combination. It's like it's your brain functions. I understand. It's a little bit, it's like more anatomy than just physiology. I can run for like 2 seconds before running out of breath. I'm gonna stretch up my legs. Bro, I got shoulder thrown every day because I was the most durable student. I knew how to fall. Alright, Havoc. See you later. Enjoy your evening. I have. Okay. It is, yes. Do you stretch often? I used to stretch all the time, not as much as I used to. I'm just getting back into it. So anyways, next kick, before I cool down too much, like Nate was pointing out. I'm just gonna grab some water though. All right, next kick before my legs, actually, hold on. I think my feet are falling asleep. It's not the stretching part. I think my feet were falling asleep there. I'm just gonna bounce for a little bit. Do I stretch often? I should really be stretching more often. I used to stretch all the time when I was doing Taekwondo on a regular basis. I haven't been stretching as much as I used to. It's a real shame, but I might be doing some stretching streams later. I don't know. We'll see. So the next kick I want to show everyone, which I've shown everyone before, is called a side kick in Taekwondo. It's one of the most basic, powerful kicks in Taekwondo. It's pretty fun. I'd say it's pretty fun. Best day ever. Alright. So, as I explained already, all the kicks in Taekwondo start off with doing this. So you bring your knee up. But for the side kick, what you're going to do is you're going to bring the knee up, you're going to turn all the way over, and then extend. And I'm losing my balance for some reason. So you're going to bring your knee up, turn all the way over, extend for the kick, and step down. That's the basic side kick. As you can see, my balance is a little shot. Probably because I was crouched for too long. That can happen. So on the left leg, again, so for a side kick, bring the knee up, and turn, extend, and down. Okay? A little more advanced for people who may be watching who are black belts and up. What you want to work on with the side kick is you want to extend and hold, and then chamber, retract, chamber. Okay? So if you're higher up, if you're a black belt, if you're standing above, that's what you should try to work for with your side kick. You want to work to hold the kick for a second and then chamber and back down. There's a reason for it. It's kind of like making sure that the impact actually goes straight through and doesn't just stop at the moment of contact. So, anyways, so that's how you do a side kick. And what I'm going to do is we're going to practice using the wall because it will help you get used to the balance. It will help you get used to balancing on your supporting leg, and it will also help your supporting leg get used to your body weight being on that leg. Because when you're doing this, yes, you got all your body weight on it. And also, as I mentioned briefly, when you're doing high kicks in Taekwondo, a lot of times you're going to pull your body down for a high kick. So there's going to be a bit more. Would it change the percentage of body weight if you go down more? No, not really, Nate. But it changes the balance.
Changes the center of gravity, that's all.
Yeah, it changes the center of gravity, and therefore it can change the balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we use this wall for two things: to help us get used to our balance as well, so we're not falling over, and it allows us to concentrate on the actual technique of the kick, which is this part. So allow us to concentrate on this actual technique of extending the foot for the side kick and getting the right position we want for the final part of the kick. And fundamentally, we want to have a shoulder, a straight line from the shoulder going straight down to the heel here. And you can kind of see, I don't know, it's hard to see, I'm using the blade of the foot to make contact with the target. And the blade of the foot is, I guess it's hard to see. So the blade of the foot, if I can get everyone to see, is this part of the foot. And that's the contact, that's how you want to hit your target with the side kick. Okay, and then on the other side, just so you can see, same thing again, you want to do it on this side, like this, right? And so we're just going to concentrate on the motion of the extension of the leg and hold for a second. Make sure you have contact with the blade of the foot, and then chamber it back down. Yes, so we're gonna do 10 side kicks on the right leg, right? And also the reason for these kinds of repetition drills is so that your muscles develop the memory for the kick. Okay. Ready, everyone? So I'm gonna do 10. Hana. 2. Oh, I'm losing balance. Set. Net. Dasa. Yasa. Elbow. Yudo. Aho. And yudo. And down. And I personally felt like my leg was shaking too much there. Nate? Like my right leg was shaking when I was extending back and forth. Because I think Master Kim told me sometimes my leg does this wavery thing. It's just like a little side thing. It's just really bad. It has to be a steady, smooth extension, smooth line, like going on a smooth line when it comes out. Something that needs to be worked on for sure, but this is why we're doing this. So, okay, so the other side, with the side kick. Right, you want to do this? Got my blade foot ready, and we're just going to extend and do 10. Hana, 2, set, net, dasa, yasa, ilga, yudo, aho, yu, and down. And I wasn't actually holding them for the 1 second today. Actually, I might save that for a drill next time. We're going to extend, hold for a split second, and then chamber again. Alright, everyone can take a breather from that one. And as always, if you are, well, generally you can do taekwondo at your own speed, at your own pace if you want. As long as you're doing all of the exercises. You can do them slower if you want, you can do them faster if you want. Adjust it for your level. No, Tanuki, what did you do? Tanuki, I seem to recall you did some exercises too, though, on your stream. No, Tanuki, what did you do? Oh, no. Yes, I'm sorry. What was that? We count in different languages. Yes, Taekwondo is originally from Korea. So we count in Korean. Your hype was too much. Yes, a little bit too much. Kick me, please. I think I might use my lunch break for physical activity. We're kicking today, boys. I screamed. Yes, please no screaming in chat. Thank you. It kind of hurts my head. No, not kind of. It really hurts my head sometimes, especially when I'm tired. And the bot said no to Nikki. Yes, I know. Streamlabs can be kind of harsh. I only wanted to delete the one message, but it keeps wanting to delete all the messages. Yeah, 10's not so bad. 10's alright to do. I'm pretty sure Master Kim would be disappointed in me that I can only do 10 of them at a time. And not like 20. Let me just go back a little bit here. Just gonna fix this chat a little bit. Is that showing up at all? I don't know if it's showing up properly in chat. Or do I have, oh, I might have to do that. Wait, why is it not working? Oh, I'll have to fix that later. Anyways. Oh, you don't know this. Okay, so, now we did that, I want to teach everyone another kick. And the reason I did the side kick practice first is because in order to do this next kick really well, you should have a good side kick. So you want to do what I just did and improve on that kick, right? And then you can do this next kick. You can learn this next kick a little bit easier than if you just tried it straight off the bat. So the next kick is called a hook kick. It's kind of a really cool kick. It's one of it's one of Nate's favorite kicks actually. So hook kick basically comes like this. It'll come and it's like we cut across and do a side kick and then hook across. So it's like that. That's a hook kick. Roughly. I could have executed it a little better. I am out of practice. It's been about 5 years. Roundhouse, spinning roundhouse. No roundhouses. I did roundhouses earlier, Tanuki. So I reviewed roundhouses and we actually did some roundhouses from on the wall earlier. Spinning. No spinning roundhouse kicks today.
You might mean a spinning hook kick.
Huh?
You might mean a spinning hook
No, he
kick.
might mean the tornado roundhouse.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no spinning tornado roundhouse kicks today. Some other time. Tornado roundhouse is definitely one of the last kicks you learn before becoming a black belt. Oh, that's fancy. I love that kick. It's a really cool kick. Nate loves this kick, actually. He uses it a lot in sparring. So on the other leg, same thing. On the left leg, you do kind of the same thing. You kind of come across, right? And you step down. So, as I was saying, it's based off of the side kick. So if you understand the side kick pretty well, remember what I was saying, the side kick, you turn all the way over and then extend. But for the hook kick, what we're going to do is, you do the side kick slightly off center, slightly off the target. So let's imagine I'm doing a middle kick, but imagine if I was doing a higher kick. Slightly off, you do the side kick this way, slightly off the center, and then hook across and back. And the hook and across part comes from pulling your straight leg across laterally, like that. That's a hook kick. And on the other side too, same thing. You want to do your side kick, and then pull across for the hook, and then down. Does look like a fancy kick. Looks like a pretty fancy kick, but breaking it down that way, it's easier for you as a practitioner to pick it up and learn it. I know not everybody is practicing Taekwondo right now. That's fine. You're all just watching. You may all just be watching as well, but now you know a little bit of how it should be executed. Oh, you were guessing. No, I'm not going to be doing spinning roundhouse or tornado roundhouses yet, especially because I'm in an apartment and I also don't want to make too much noise by jumping. It requires a little bit of a hop sometimes. It's like slapping somebody with your foot. Yes, it is. It's a foot slap. It's why I like it. It is definitely one that everyone likes. The other version, once you get used to doing that normal hook kick, the other version is called a spinning hook kick, where you actually turn first, look over your shoulder, and then you do the kick that way, which I won't really do right now because I'm out of practice, but that's the basic principle behind the spinning hook kick, which I will teach later because there's another kick before spinning hook kick that I think people should learn before they learn the spinning hook kick, and it will help make learning the spinning hook kick easier, actually. Same foot slaps. Okay, don't be randomly foot slapping people on the street though, everyone. It's not what I'm trying to teach you guys. Fundamentally, like I said, I think martial arts is really good for your mind and your body. And exercise, as we all know, is good for everyone. Fitness is important. Our health is important. Anything that keeps your mind and body engaged. Well, actually, any kind of physical activity. Me personally, I find any physical activity that keeps my mind engaged with it means I'm more likely to stick with that physical activity. I do like running sometimes. Haven't been able to run as much. COVID. Last year I actually did kind of pull something in my leg, which made it hard to continue running for about a year. It's just kind of like, oh, sad, now it's COVID and I can't really do runs anymore. But still, running still does not replace some of the things I used to be able to do in Taekwondo. One of the things I really love, and I don't think there's anything I loved better than doing multiple kicks for like a few hours on end until I was tired. Anyways, so hook kick practice on the wall. If you want, you don't have to do this today. I know I just introduced it. If you want, you can try to do it with me on the wall. I'm gonna do 10 hook kicks, each leg on the wall. So what I'm gonna do is, again, side kick, hook across. And I'll do them slowly because I am a little out of practice. I mean, 5 years is quite a bit. And 2, set, net, and why am I still doing a blade kick? Dasa, yosa, ilga, yoro, aho, and yo, and down. And the other side. Other side again. We're going to do a side kick and then go across. Hana. 2. Set. Net. Dasa. Yosa. Ilga. Yoro. Aho. Yo. And down. Now the one thing about a hook kick that I also find fun, it's a nice kick to combine with a roundhouse kick. So, as a little simple, just for fun, I'm going to show you a little bit of a sparring technique, a sparring combo that you might see sometimes in maybe Olympic Taekwondo competitions or any Taekwondo competition is you do a hook kick and then a roundhouse kick immediately after. So you go for the, and then step down. Okay, what do we have? We're about the hour mark. Well, yes, that's true. Hey, how's it going? Okay, wait. I gotta go back. Oh, footsteps. Hey, what I heard is please go randomly. In my opinion, you heard Nate! Shh. We don't condone violence, people. You're the best. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Nice to see you again. Okay, I'm at the hour mark. We did some roundhouse kicks and some side kicks and some hook kicks. We did a warm up, and so we are learning how to kick people perfect. Apparently, that's what Water Tanuki is getting out of that. I mean, how else do you practice your feet slaps? Am I right? Well, usually we get Bob the Dummy. Nate, can you find a picture of Bob the Dummy on the internet? Usually we get Bob the Dummy to practice on, okay? Or a nice kicking bag. I really wish I could have my own Taekwondo place that I could teach from. I would love to have like proper kicking bag hanging from the wall and practicing on that. Those were pretty fun. My guy, what's up? See that? We're learning how to slap people with your foot. Hook kick, face kicking is all in the face. Yeah, so one of the biggest trademarks of somebody who's really skilled in Taekwondo is actually, and you probably heard this before if you watch martial arts films, is actually being able to execute a kick and stop just before contacting the target. Now, with something like a hook kick or a spinning hook kick, when we practice on Bob the Dummy, we used to practice just hitting the tip of his nose. Tip of his nose. Check that. It's fun. Also, some people have done the can, pop can, soda can on top of a person's head and practice that. Gotta be careful. Accidents have been known to happen. You don't want to knock out your best friend and have them get a concussion. It could cause some serious problems later on in life. So, I definitely recommend getting a Bob the Dummy. Hey everybody, it's oddly calming. What's calming? The hook kick? This way you can slap anyone around the cheek not wearing a mask whilst keeping your distance. That is true, adrenaline. I also sometimes, and I will never do this, I don't condone violence, but I've had the unpleasant experience of people smoking and taking up the whole sidewalk when I'm walking by. I don't smoke. It's bad for your health. It's not good for you. Everyone, please don't smoke. Quit if you can. In Dutch, they say they have warnings on the cigarette boxes here in Dutch. It says roken is dodelijk, smoking is deadly. Straightforward, plain and simple. Smoking is deadly. Don't do it. Please quit, everyone. Wonderful people want you to live as long as you can. Precisely. Outdoors, of course. Practicality. Okay, yeah, you found a picture of Bob the Dummy. Okay, that's a picture of Bob the Dummy. Actually, I can't stream this because I don't have desktop capture right now. But you guys can go and look at that picture of Bob the Dummy. That's what I'm talking about. You need one of those. And usually we put a chest guard on him so he doesn't look naked in class. So, yes, Bob looks boring. One human. Them too. Okay, smokers should be kicked. Well, what I was thinking for a good Taekwondo demonstration was doing a blindfolded spinning hook kick and just kicking the cigarette out of the person's mouth. Because technically, if you only kick the cigarette, you're not attacking the person. You're just, well, I don't know, Nate. Would you argue was that assault? If all you did was knock the cigarette out of the person's mouth. But it would be an interesting Taekwondo demo, is what I would say. Just exactly, yes, adrenaline. Yes, that is actually the demo. I was thinking kick people, not pop. It makes sense that they cut off his arms and what? Otherwise he'd be a rage monster. You mean Bob the Dummy? Bob the Dummy was my best friend! Bob the Dummy was my best friend. He let me kick him all the time. I'd still give him a hug afterwards. Alright, it is past the 1 hour mark. I would have liked to do more. Maybe, actually, let's do a little bit more. Let's do some crescent kicks. Or axe kicks. Crescent kicks, axe kicks. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, I caught up on chat. So we already did stretch kicks. So let's do some simple crescent kicks. So simple crescent kick, we'll go back in our little sparring stance here. Right leg back, a simple crescent kick from the inside to out. This is another one that's kind of like a hook kick. It's not quite a foot slap, but you are kind of like hitting them on the face from the side. So we're going to do inside to outside crescent kick. I'm going to do 10 inside to outside and then switch, and we're going to do another one, and then I'm going to switch legs. So here we go. I'm going to count in Korean, of course. So 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, Yoro. Aho. And yoro. And down. And actually I'll switch first and do the inside to outside crescent kick on my left leg. Okay, I'm gonna do another 10 and we're gonna go across and there. Hana. 2. Set. Net. Dasa. Yasa. Ilga. Oops. Yura. Aho. And yura. And we're going to switch to this side again. And we're going to do outside to inside. So it comes from the out and goes across to the inside. So outside, inside, crescent kick. I'm going to do 10. Hana. I didn't go high enough. 2. Set. Net. Oh, out. Dasa. Yasa. Ilgo. Yasa ilgo. Yura. Aho. And yo. And down. And switch. So, switch. Left leg. Outside to inside crescent kick. Actually, my leg, my knee is getting a little tired. So after this, after these 10, I'm going to take a break. We're going to do a little bit of stretching to cool down. Alright, so this one, left leg outside to inside. I'm going to do 10. Hana, can't go as high for some reason. 2. Set. Net. Dasa. Yasa. Ilga. Yura. Aho. And yo. And back to normal Junbi. Ready, stance, relax, and relax. And so there is actually one thing I forgot to mention about the axe kick and the crescent kicks I was just doing. I forgot to mention that with the axe kick, you don't always have to start with a straight leg and come down. With an axe kick, a lot of times in in Taekwondo sparring, and probably in Olympic Taekwondo sparring, what you see for an axe kick, you'll probably see a bent leg first, goes up, and then they straighten it to come down, so it would be like that. I was just remembering that while I was doing the crescent kicks for some reason. So on the other side, this sparring type of axe kick, you come up with the leg bend, extend, and then drop the straight leg down. So it goes like that. I think you also do that with the crescent kicks. That's what I was remembering when I was doing them like that. Again, it's kind of it's an interesting variation that you'll probably see later on, more advanced Taekwondo. But we start by teaching the straight leg axe kick and the straight leg crescent kick. Anyways, so we are at what? An hour, 11 minutes. Oh, what's going on now? Oh, Tanuki, crying tears. Exactly, got a student right now. Be right back, but I still watch. Okay, I'm gonna switch to stretching now, and hour and a half stream. About the hour and a half mark, we will go rate somebody. Hopefully, there's someone in the same category. We'll see. All right, Tanuki. Lurking is totally acceptable. Hey, Rachel, you're back. We're gonna stretch now. I'm really warm still. Are you following along? No worries. Oh, yes, I am. Okay, well, in case you don't know, I've set up a YouTube channel. Well, I've had a YouTube channel for years. I just didn't use it for anything. I do have a YouTube channel. All my past Taekwondo Tuesday videos are on there, as well as all my non-monolingual and multicultural streams. And some of the game streams will be on there as well. You can check those out in case you're interested and you want to see some more Taekwondo, or any of my other streams. Anyways, so stretching time. Rachel, you're back in time for the stretching. And of course, because I am warm and my legs are warm, I'm going to we're gonna try and go straight into our splits. We're gonna do some leg stretches, guys. So, which one am I gonna do first? I think I'm gonna do the side first. No, we'll do the right leg first. Right leg? Yeah, we'll do the right leg first. I'm not doing it this week. I'm working. But I figured you'd still like it anyways. So we're gonna do our front splits, and I am putting my right leg back first. So I'm gonna do this first to stretch up my right leg. Just hoping my foot doesn't cramp because it's straight. Yeah, this stretch is actually not doing as good as I used to be.
Lee says Taekwondo Tuesday. I had to watch last week's on YouTube.
Oh, that's cool, Lee. And how are you today? Nice to see you here. We are just stretching, and then we're probably gonna go right. I'm trying to hold this as long as I can, but I actually don't like doing this on the floor because my kneecap doesn't like being pressed against the floor like this, but that's fine.
He's doing good today.
Huh?
Doing good today.
He's doing good today? That's good. Okay. And I'm going to switch to the other side. The front is, I'm having trouble with the front today, but I really...
He recommends a towel to cushion your knee.
Huh? Yeah, it's fine. We're only doing a little bit of stretching before ending the stream, just to make sure that the muscles don't tense up. I mean, doing the stretches to improve a little bit and also make sure the muscles don't tense up right after we finish. Yeah, I do think I do.
Tony says you need a yoga mat.
I hate using them, by the way, actually. I do have one. Usually for doing splits on a yoga mat, those mats, I don't think the yoga mats are long enough, are they? I mean, I have an exercise mat, but it's not long enough for splits usually. And for these, it's not usually. Yeah, this side is better for my front splits. The other side is not as good. Okay, front splits. Up we go. The other problem is really this floor is kind of slippery. I would prefer to probably use this. I probably should just stretch in the bedroom with our tatami mats. I mean, well, Nate and I technically have tatami mats in the bedroom. I prefer to stretch on those actually. Yeah, I need a yoga mat. I have an exercise mat actually. Anyways, that's good. You're doing good today. All right. So actually, let's do the hamstring stretch. Let's do our hamstring stretches. Why are my knees acting weird? Hold on. Just gonna relax my legs a bit. I think, funny enough, both my kneecaps are shifting today. Okay, that's better. Alright. I shifted my kneecaps into the right position. And then do this. So, hamstring stretches, everyone. Everyone knows these. This is the touch your toes thing. Touch your toes thing. If you can't, grab your feet, grab your ankles. I don't know if everyone can see me. So if you can't grab your feet, grab your ankles to start. But definitely try, especially for Taekwondo, because for a front kick, you want to have your toes back. For that front kick where you kick with the balls of your feet, you want to have your toes back for the front kick. So if you ever want to do those high front kicks, you want to have your toes back and do this. So doing this stretch with your toes back helps. I know, yucky, I'm touching my feet. And hold for a few. So my general recommendation, and I'm obviously doing a shorter stretching period on stream. Generally, if you really, really want to improve on your stretching, find a way to make sure that your muscles are completely warmed up, and then when you do these stretching exercises to try and get better with flexibility, try to hold the stretch for as long as you can. Frankly, you want to hold until your muscles just relax into it and you don't really feel much. You just feel pretty loose. But because I'm obviously doing this like condensed in like 15 minutes during the stream, it's not as long as I would say you would need to try to improve on your flexibility with stretching. When I started Taekwondo, what I used to do was I'd take a hot bath. Like I'd go home afterwards, I used to take a hot bath, and I would be warm enough so that I would then do some of these stretches when I was really warm, and I would just stretch probably for at least an hour or 2 hours. And there are other techniques you can use. You can use a bed to help you with the stretching. I didn't think about this before, but you can also use a wall to help you with your front splits. Some people use the wall to help with their side splits. They basically use try to press up against the wall. Like you face the wall and do front splits and try to press up closer against the wall. You can try that too. I never really did that one. I generally got better at my side splits. Generally, I've always been better at my side splits than the front splits, but it's kind of changed in recent years. Okay, that feels better. So, here, let me just grab my Chromebook and I can actually read chat a little better while I stretch. Or actually not, because I need my glasses, don't I? I need to work on my stretching. Oh, yeah, I guess. That's how I would let your foot and leg slide, with cushioning. I need to work on my stretching. It takes time. It definitely takes time to get to like the flexibility you want. For sure. Where did I put my glasses? Oh, trust me, we all used to. My flexibility used to be a lot better actually than this. Okay, now we're gonna do butterfly stretches. So butterfly stretches like this, basically, and this is my best stretch, honestly. I used to study this way when I was in university. And I think in high school too, actually. So sit on the floor, keep your back straight as much as possible. Put your feet together like this. If your knees don't go all the way to the ground like mine, try to push them down to the ground gently. If they're a little tight here, then you can pound on the muscle. Just relax first, and you can gently pound on the muscles to relax them. So this is your general butterfly position, right? I'm so tired. Yeah, Nate has some flexibility issues too that he needs to work on. So actually this is actually pretty stretched out for me right now. So keep your back pretty straight, and we're gonna go forward. So you want to go forward as much as possible, and because my floor is slippery, I feel my butt sliding backwards, which is annoying, but it's fine. If you have a partner, you can always use a partner to hold your wrist in the spot while you try to do the stretch. You can also have your partner lean on your back while you lean forward to help you with the stretch. And actually, I don't know why, this is one of my favorite stretches because it feels comfortable to me. So, what do we got now? Oh, we got 8 more minutes of stretching. Okay.
As the devil says, she can't even touch my toes.
Oh no!
And Shinran says, instructions unclear, my feet are now stuck behind my head.
What? Let's go back. Hi, the devil. How's it going? I can't even touch my toes. Can you touch your ankles? Our butterflies. Yeah, butterfly stretch early. I can touch my toes, but that's it. Instructions unclear. My feet are now stuck behind my head. That's a trick I haven't done in a long time. But my cat used to do it all the time. Cats are so ridiculously flexible. Hey, on the devil, how's it going? That's 10 times more flexible than me. I'll need to bend the knees. Well, I'm done with the butterfly stretch for now. We did this one already. You mean this one, the hamstring one? Yeah, you kind of want to do this. and so, now the side splits, because I haven't done the side splits yet. We're going to do side splits, guys. I'm going to go back here because I need more room. Wait, I need... Oh, for the hamstrings, you need to bend the knees. No! It's better to keep your knees straight and just go as forward as you can. So, side splits, guys, side splits. If you can't do this, I mean, everyone can kind of do this, but just not as far. So, like I was saying, some people use the wall to do the side splits, but I'm just going to do them this way, like this. And I'm getting a pull around the knee area, which I'm not too fond about. Side split session, and welcome. Have you been by my channel before? I seem to recognize your name, but maybe it's just, are you Korean? That just seems like a very Korean name to me. But welcome to my channel, Shinbun. Side splits, yes, side splits. I'm sorry you can't see my other foot, because I have a couch in the way. But I guess I can try to do it this way, Nate. I think I should just do it this way and they can see. Yeah, now they can see. Now everyone can see. So if I do it this way, you guys can kind of see, which will help make my stretches. This is pretty bad, actually. It got stiff over the years, I think. Now the other thing about stretching and flexibility is, I'm not sure if a lot of people know this, if you do any kind of muscle training, working out with weights or at all, when you work out with weights and train your muscles, the way muscles build up is what happens is your muscles literally tear. The muscle tissue literally tears when you work out muscles, and with muscle training and weight training, and then they kind of like repair themselves. But when they repair themselves, I think what happens is the muscle tissue repairs themselves in kind of like the default state. So if you don't stretch after training, after doing muscle building, then your muscles will just still be pretty stiff. And I think that's what's happened over the years with me too, a little bit. But I'm also a little stiff. I love sitting like this on the floor. It's been a while. The problem is, Rachel, I don't sit on the floor like this as much anymore because I have a giant couch in my living room that I don't want. Otherwise, I'd be sitting like this on the floor all the time, right, Nate?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, so I'm gonna do a little side stretch too while I do this. So sometimes when I sit like this, I like to stretch out my side as well. And the other side, stretch out my side. And of course, Rachel loves her stretching. Did I miss a message? I'm just gonna scroll back a bit. No, I didn't. I just woke up when I was watching Havoc. I'm also Dutch, but the name comes from Japanese. Yeah, close, Japanese, Korean, Japanese. This is close. Shouldn't have been. I sit like that if somebody broke one. Nate, are you gonna get better? Okay, you know what? This has been an ongoing issue with Nate because he's a little lazy when it comes to physical exercise sometimes. So we watch Jean-Claude Van Damme in some of his older movies, and Jean-Claude Van Damme just pulls up this high side kick to the guy's head in the movie, and it's like, I want to be able to do that kick, and I'm like, well, get working on the flexibility. Which movie was that where he does that side kick? I don't know, maybe if you can find a clip, post it in the Discord. Oh, by the way, everyone, I do have a Discord for the Taekwondo stuff now. If you're really interested in Taekwondo or martial arts in general, you can join, it's focused predominantly on Taekwondo because that's, I have the most experience with Taekwondo, and that's the majority of my background in martial arts. I have a little bit of side training with some weapons training, but not a lot. It's not like I majored in any of the weapons arts yet. Me, when I see Black Widow do her stuff. Every Jean-Claude movie. Oh, you think he does it in every Jean-Claude movie? Probably. Yeah. I have to give him respect, because I didn't realize he was that good at doing that sidekick. I give him a lot of respect for that. He gets a lot of respect for that. Plus, I don't know, I seem to think he's a pretty chill guy. I don't know, I don't know him personally, but he seems like he's a pretty chill guy in real life. Not like, who's that other guy? Who's that other guy that Dial worked with once? Seagal. Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal is not a really chill guy, people. Not a really chill guy. One of my formal Taekwondo instructors was in one of the Steven Seagal movies, and he had one line. He actually had one line in the movie as a thug, and he's like, "Oh, just hand over the keys or something." But right after that, he basically gets his arm twisted and thrown into the windshield of a car, so he has to roll off the car onto the ground. Are you getting frame drops? I'm not. Are you getting frame drops, Nate? Okay. Okay. Not seeing any here. I think it's just you. I reckon my internet's playing up. That sucks. Okay, so like with the butterfly stretch, which I really went this way and this way. The other trick I like to do was I used to just go try to like arc cross, but apparently I can't do the arcing across right now because it feels like it's twisting all my muscles. Wow, that hurts. But quickly, you should be able to try and go forward, just like with the butterfly. So I'm gonna do about this today. Okay, I'm gonna do that today. Normally I should hold it a little longer. That's alright. I can't remember the vowels actually. Is it I didn't get any jots, sorry, a bit slow as you're working. Working and lurking is perfectly acceptable here. Thank you. What does your name mean actually? Does it have like a specific meaning? I don't know. Anyway, have a nice stream. You to go, Shinbun? Alright, Shinbun. Thanks for popping in with the raid. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And have a wonderful day. Oh, this is painful. It's painful in a good way. It's weird now, because I'm warm. Alright, so we did the leg stretches. This is so much more comfortable to sit for me. I love this sitting like this. F was the closest translation I could get of elf. Oh, that's cute. Translate it from what word meaning elf? Or translating from English, I guess, into elf. That's cute though. Elves, yay! Alright, so that's enough of the leg stretches right now. Yes, I should do one more stretch and we're gonna go rate somebody because it's an hour and a half so far, everyone. And yes, lurking and working is totally acceptable on my stream. So I also have Twitter. If you guys like using Twitter, I do have a Twitter and I do make announcements. I try to remember to tweet whenever I go live. I do have a Twitter as well as a YouTube. Welsh doesn't really have the equivalent of elf meaning a token. Okay, that's cool though. Okay, so let me see. Let me check out this category actually. There's going to be one last stretch before we rate. I just want to check out the category quickly though. Nutrition zone. And while I do this, actually, I should talk about cross-training with Taekwondo again. Running is definitely good to cross-train with Taekwondo. Taekwondo tends to be stop, go, which is anaerobic exercise. If you have problems with the stop, go kind of drills in Taekwondo, you might want to use running training and do like short sprints. Take a break and do more short sprints, like as fast as you can, and that will help get your anaerobic, help get the anaerobic up to a decent level for you for Taekwondo. And obviously, you can do endurance training with the running and just go for a steady run for a long period of time. You can do that as well. The other thing I recommend to cross-train with Taekwondo is skipping. Get a skipping rope, practice skipping, because in Taekwondo sparring, especially in Taekwondo sparring, you gotta bounce on your toes a lot, like I was showing you a little bit earlier. We bounce on our toes a lot. But also, even as a self-defense thing, you want to be light on your feet because you want to be able to move as soon as possible. Like you want to be able to react as quickly as possible to something. So if you're always light on your feet, it's a good thing. Even in something that's a purely self-defense martial art like Aikido, they're also pretty light and fluid on their feet, even if they kind of execute it slightly differently. Oh man, she's not on today. Oh, what's this? Okay, someone is doing yoga, but in French. How is everyone's French? There's a couple of people streaming yoga right now that I wouldn't mind checking out. I guess we can check them out. There are also people doing Duolingo. Let me check this one out. I want to check out this yoga person. Yoga for all. Of course I'm on an ad. Yeah, it's really hard to do this when they have follower-only chat. Okay, let's try the next one. It's really discouraging to try and do a raid when you see a follower-only chat. Maybe it's just me, but I find it... Okay, who is this person? They speak French. I don't know if they speak English. Oh, that's interesting. Nate, this French speaker doing yoga says they have Reiki, level 1 and 2. I didn't think there was going to be anyone doing Reiki on Twitch because I'm like thinking, how are you going to do that? But you know what? Reiki there are exercises that you can do in Reiki that kind of blend with martial arts. But she hasn't really started yet. When did she start streaming? It's not there. I don't know what she's gonna do. Okay, let's give it a few minutes. I'm gonna do one more stretch before we go for the whole body. We're gonna do one whole body stretch, which I like to do in Taekwondo. A lot of us often do that. Oh wait, did I miss a message while I was looking for somebody to raid? Our black belt tests included doing a 10K run and 1,000 skips before the test. Now, I don't understand follower-only chat unless they have thousands of followers. I can kind of understand it for some of the female yoga streamers though. Though I would suggest not follower-only and maybe just emote-only chat. I don't know. I mean, I can kind of understand it for some of the female yoga streamers because they'll probably get a lot of, lecherous viewers. I think I'm fairly safe because I'm in a Taekwondo uniform. I'm not gonna get that kind of stuff, so I can kind of understand with some of the female yoga streamers. But yeah, generally I don't understand follower only chat. for most of the stuff like games or languages or something. So one last body stretch. Oh, where did everyone go? We are gonna rate somebody. Hopefully, we are gonna rate somebody. So one last stretch. This is a stretch that we always did in Taekwondo. You just put your hands straight up to the sky. Stretch, 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 stretch your body up to the sky. You can go to the side where you can do some more side stretches. And then the other side. And then this is a English, tongue, speak English. Modification of this that I added myself is to turn the torso a little bit and do the side stretch, and you'll stretch a bit more of the muscles in the back side there. And so twist, and then turn. And then, actually I should have my feet out like this. And then if you stretch backwards like this, you're stretching your stomach, which I don't really need, I think. And then you can drop forward. Afterwards you do this. Maybe I should include this with my warm-up exercise at some point. We used to do this thing to help us in Taekwondo, but I don't know how to include that because it also includes a stretch. Anyways, so that's our last little body stretch. Let's go check out this yoga streamer again. Yeah, I agree. Follower-only chat unless they have thousands of followers. Or if maybe your chat just gets lots of spam one day, you might want to turn it on when you have like thousands of people in chat. I've seen it happen with like, was it Stephen Wolfram, the scientist? His chat went crazy one day and he just put it in. So when is this person going to start their stream? I thought I was bad. I don't know. Testing my French. She's talking right now in French. I'm trying to understand her. Oh, why is this thing? Hold on. My ankle is being funny. She seems nice enough. Let's go rate her. I know she's speaking in French. How is everyone's French today? How is everyone's French today? We are gonna rate a French speaker doing some yoga, alright? So, and she doesn't have follower-only chat on, so we're gonna rate this nice French speaker. Thank you for the stream. Oh, you're welcome. Je suis un petit poisson. Okay, well that's probably good. I'm gonna say thanks everyone for being here. Thank you for the raid again, Havoc. Thank you for the raid. I won't be streaming on Wednesday. I have Wednesdays and Saturdays off now. 6 streams a week can be pretty rough. So the next scheduled stream will be on Thursday. It will be Dutch Donderdag around 3 p.m. I will try to do more Dutch, and then Friday afternoon will be some more Mass Effect Andromeda. And in between now and Thursday, maybe I'll pop on for a little bit. We'll see. Still been trying to get some stuff done. Je suis un petit croissant, yes. Oui, oui. Tu es un petit croissant. Bye. Thank you guys for all being here. Stick around for the raid. Can I type English too? I'm tired now. I can't. Tongue can't do English. Typing can't do English. All right. And Sina, thank you guys all for being here. And don't forget, I do have a Taekwondo Discord. It's Discord TKD. You can join that if you feel like. And you can also check out my Twitter for notifications when I go live, and YouTube for my past VODs. And You're rating this wonderful person. Everyone say, well, I don't know how wonderful she is. She seems nice. We are saying NinjaBot raid. And after that, bonjour, comment ça va? If you know how to write that in chat. Right now, everyone. See y'all later.